but what you cooking, man?
What is up, everybody? Good morning. Iron Minds in the house. We are back with Nick, Michael, myself, Trey. It's Tuesday morning, Tuesday after Thanksgiving, and we are back at it. What's up, fellas?
Good morning, sir.
Dude, look at this. Look at the haircut. I'm back.
You have the mustache too, or is that still gone?
The mustache is gone. The beard is coming back.
Yeah, I still think you should have hung on to the mustache.
You know, I love the mustache, but my wife was not having it. And, I want to be a happily married man. So, do what you got to do. All right, fellas, listen. It's a weird year this year. Thanksgiving just happened, and we have 3 weeks until Christmas. Tomorrow's 3 weeks till Christmas. It's crazy. It's fast this year. A lot of people, holidays. The average person gains 10 pounds between Thanksgiving and New Year's. And we got to fight that this year. So, Nick, what's up, man? What are your thoughts?
Well, two things. Something I realized, even though I don't even work in an office anymore, I still find myself doing those nibbles. I think a lot of the weight that we people can gain, it's the convenience eating. It's that bowl of sugar on somebody's desk that we help ourselves out to throughout the course of the day. It's all the little things at a holiday party. It's usually not the big conscious decisions that set us back. It's just those little subconscious grabbings of the little things. And then, of course, the excuse to not do our exercise because, there being a party tonight at 8 o'clock means I can't possibly work out the rest of the day.
Yeah, it's interesting how we do that to ourselves, our psyche. And the holidays too. It's like my mother-in-law bought candy corn, so that was all around her house at Thanksgiving, where it's normally not. My wife bought York peppermint patties and put them in a little bowl, which normally we don't have, and that's very common. But you have those kind of things,
Especially too,
kind of stuff happens all the time.
You mentioned the alcohol factor. I mean, drinks are everywhere. I remember this time I used to keep moonshine in my desk, just not hidden in my desk, just there at my desk. It was holiday time. And yeah, moonshine, go Florida.
Yeah, it's those little things like that happen all the time. Michael Lombard, what are you up to this morning?
I'm outside getting my steps in, getting my walking in. Down in Austin, getting it done, getting the work in. I'm rolling strong straight through the weekend, keeping these healthy habits rolling.
Yeah, man, for sure. I was last night. I was watching Monday Night Football, and I took 30 minutes, got on the floor, and stretched while I was watching the game.
I don't know if y'all just saw that, but that is Hurricane Helene still sitting out on the damn sidewalk.
Oh, yeah?
There's debris and trees. They picked a lot of it up a couple weeks ago, but they're still, these are kind of baby piles now, but there's still piles everywhere.
Oh, nice. We got Lombard trucking him twice.
I'll tell you what, Michael, I'm loving getting the ruck out here today. So, we joked last week that I was dealing with manslaughter elbow. Well, it turns out that I actually kind of jacked myself up last week, and I have triple homicide adductor strain.
We're coming up with all the names for it.
Exactly. So I'm just using it as an example of how we can continue to adapt to find ways to stay active. There's a video I made a while while back, and I'm updating. I'm going to put it back out. And it's kind of a joke. It's kind of a parody because it'll show me doing like Spartan race activities or like a DecaFit activity. And then it'll clip to like me just doing that same motion or movement around the house. So like lifting up a medicine ball, throwing it over this wall back and forth, and then it clips to me like throwing mulch bags around. And like, and when I'm doing the mulch bags, though, I'm not exercising. I'm mulching around the house. And the idea is that I don't train for races. I train for life. The idea is to be fit. What does physical fitness mean to me? It means being fit enough to enjoy and be active in life.
Nick, I think your hand or something might be covering your microphone.
Okay. I know what's going on there.
Unless Trey, you think he sounds good on your end.
No, it's definitely muffled a little bit.
All right. I had my
Now, Nick, you bring up a good point on training for life. Yeah, I did a DecaFit earlier this year, and I always talk to anybody I coach about this too. And I definitely want to dive into the holiday stuff and kind of talk about what you were just saying. But yeah, like two important things like people sleep on are just farmers carries and step ups, like holding heavy weight and just stepping up on a bench, and then just holding heavy stuff and walking back and forth. And because people always ask what should you do, and it's just when you're 75 years old, do you want to be able to carry your groceries, and do you want to be able to carry them up the stairs? So holding something heavy, grip strength, the step up, that's you with the weight, translates to real life. And then from the same aspect though, you still want to hone in on endurance. That's why running, walking is important, because you want that high VO2 max, be able to use that oxygen, so that way when you get up the stairs when you're 75, you're not winded.
Hey, boys,
Trey also
we got a
mentioned
guest in the
about 30
studio today. Yeah, Nick, keep going.
I was going to say, you mentioned about 30 minutes of stretching the other day, just now. And I had a conversation with someone the other day, and this is a big thing of mine right now for anybody who's not doing anything, is I'm actively being incredibly obnoxious to try to get them to start doing just 30 minutes of activity a day. I think that 30 minutes when you're not doing it at all can be a game changer, and not just how you're going to feel when you're 70, but, and I'm not Andrew Huberman here, but blood flow to the brain equals better brain function equals better productivity equals more money. Simple equation.
Yep.
I'll stand behind it.
Yep, I remember when I was working at DAT, that was the first time that we got back in shape as an adult, and my sales went through the roof because I was just more tentative. I was more confident. Everything just kind of changed. I liked the way I looked better in the mirror, the way my clothes fit, all that kind of stuff. Scott Watanabe, the freight sensei, in the house with us today. Do you guys know Scott?
Oh, yeah.
Idaho?
Been seeing Scott on LinkedIn for several years now. He's always got some good input.
He's got good content. Instagram. What's up, my friend? How you doing today?
Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. How's everything out in beautiful Boise, Idaho?
It's still dark as night.
Yep. How's the new house, my friend?
It's not the new house, still the old one.
Oh, you're still in the old house. Okay.
Yes, sir. Waiting for the buyers to sell their old house, so I'm contingent on a contingent.
Ooh, I know that
yeah.
pain well, bro. We're selling our house right now, too.
Yeah, good luck, brother. I'm on 64 days, but all good. Boise market is really weird.
Mine's been on sale since before the first of 3 storms that we had in 66 days.
Oh, man. That's wild. Yeah, real estate can be that way sometimes. That's for sure. So, Scott, what are you doing this morning? A little dumbbell curls?
We're doing some just upper body. We'll do some
How much
curls.
How much do you prefer weights over like body gymnastics? 'Cause I know you're in the military. I know in the military they do a lot of body movements, a lot of body weight stuff.
The best shape I was in was part of this gym of Dream Body Fitness, and we were doing it was HERT training, so high intense resistance training, and I think it helps me because in the military You wake up at 5, you go to PT physical training, and they have it. They know you know what you're doing. You're either running 2 miles, doing push-ups, sit-up improvement, and cardio, or running 6 miles and then doing push-up and sit-up improvement. Um, but the planned, and that's where I feel I do well is in a group setting, in a planned setting. Sometimes when I'm at home, I don't know what I'm doing, and so I'll just do demon burpees. Try to do 50 demon burpees because that's a full body workout.
Yeah.
Um,
Burpees are something, man. Like, you don't have to have any weights, man. You just do burpees. Man. It's
yeah,
intense.
I did demon burpees the first time that I was on the episode. That was just with dumbbells, and you do a push press, a squat, a let me just demonstrate one for you since I'm a little warm.
Let's see it, my friend. Let's see it.
Some renegade rows in there. Full burpee with push-up. Can't beat it.
Nice.
Yeah, full burpee complex right there. All the way down, all the way up, push-up.
With
Hit it with
You are
Hit it with
ready to miss the spear throw.
Hit it with the renegade row right there, the alternating low row, stand up. I mean, yeah, you're doing a squat. That's an exercise for life there too. I mean, a little bit as you get up, like as you're getting up from the push up and you have the dumbbells, again, that's grip strength right there. Grip strength on the low rows. Like there's and then hooking, overhead. And when you go overhead like that on the shoulder press, it's you putting something on the top shelf. Great for life workout right there.
All right, Scott, I'm going to join you here with a full burpee cycle here. All right, so
there we go, gentlemen, both getting it together. Now, while they're pumping those full burpee complexes, I got to say, I just whipped out my water, and I was given hydration tips yesterday. As it gets into the winter months, for those of you guys watching, maintaining hydration is still very important, even if whether you're in Florida or whether you're in Boise, Idaho. You've got to make sure you're staying hydrated. And staying hydrated, that doesn't mean just water. You need sodium and electrolytes there with you. And when you keep the electrolytes down, the more hydrated you are, the more full you're going to feel. And so you'll probably do a little bit less overeating over the next, holiday season, winter months.
that's a good point. What's the best way to get electrolytes? Because I tend to be a water-only drinker. What's the best way to get electrolytes when you're a water-only drinker?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, electrolytes you could find. I mean, there's electrolytes in your food, but I mean, I use BPN's electrolytes powder. Like it's, I know that Element is a popular one. I mean, I'll drink some of the sugar-free ones like Prime or like Gatorade Zero.
Liquid IV.
Liquid IV is good, but it has a ton of sugar. I like Pedialyte, believe it or not, and Propel also has a pretty lower sugar option. They both have sugar though, but
Jocko, I think Jocko Fuel has an electrolyte supplement.
Pedialyte. That's interesting. I have not thought about that as a supplement for that. That's good. Good to know.
yeah, if it's good enough for the babies, it's good enough for us.
That's true.
Love it. It's interesting. I'm stretching right now, and my stretching is terrible. I don't have much flexibility. But I was stretching last night, and my daughter, my 16-year-old daughter, was on the couch, and she was doing her studying for a physics test that she has today. And I looked at her, and the thought occurred to me: if I want to be able to play with her kids, I've got to put in the time now. This is probably 10, 12 years away. But I thought to myself, man, I want to be like grandpa that can run around and throw a kid around and pick him up. I thought, man, if I don't take care of myself in the next 10 years, I'm not going to be in a position to do that. Like I thought it was so clear last night. So I was watching her study thinking, she's going to have kids someday. I'm going to be a grandpa someday.
I think
I'm going to be in the kind of shape where I can do that, So
that's I mean, besides, Trey, you know, I have a 11-year gap between my two
Yeah.
youngest, and Gabriella, my 4-year-old, she keeps me young. Keeps me young. The
Yeah, I
21-year-old
bet, dude.
keeps me young too, because talk about
Yeah, it's just embarrassing. My flexibility or lack thereof is so embarrassing. But it's like, you know what? I can't let that bother me that I'm not flexible right now and not try to regain the flexibility. You know.
Dude, I'm glad you brought that up because I was talking to somebody yesterday who they were so intimidated by what they don't have time to do that they wouldn't do anything at all. And it was like, I broke it down to, just do 5 minutes of this. And then finally I'm like, just do 5 squats. Like,
Yeah,
just do something.
that's right.
You can break that in throughout the course of the day. The excuses we give can be so unnecessary.
Yeah.
Everybody can
No,
find 5 minutes to do something throughout the course of the day.
yep. Absolutely. All right. So let's talk about habits leading into the new year. So, Michael, we've talked about this before. Like a lot of people wait for the new year. They wait for Monday morning. They wait for the perfect time to start creating healthy habits. Like I said, we got 22 days until Christmas. We got 29 days until the new year. You can get a lot done in this time frame and get a jump start on 2025.
I mean, if you think about it, like if depending on where you're at or where you're along, like generally speaking, a healthy, sustainable way to lose weight is essentially losing anywhere from 1 to 2 pounds a week. So, I mean, what does that look like for somebody? So 22 days, I mean, you figure, there's just under 4 weeks. I mean, you have the opportunity to possibly be down anywhere from, to be down anywhere from 3 to 6 pounds by the end of the year. And that means still enjoying both of those holidays, whether it be
Yeah, that's
Christmas or
with
New
Right.
a
Year's Eve.
moderate effort.
Like it's there's a very sustainable way to start doing it now, and I think that that's the realistic thing is that hey, you can still finish off the year down 3 to 6 pounds and still enjoy the holidays. Like you could do it right now, and I think that that's not. I don't think that confidence and just the idea of being able to is like instilled in anybody. I believe like it's just not talked about. It's like you can do it, but it starts with you just talked about grocery shopping. You just talked about like different food that's in the house. How what are you doing in December that's different from what are you doing in July? Like you don't need to buy anything extra. You don't need to spend more money. You don't need to spend more money than you already need to. But it's just knowing you can lose 3 to 6 pounds by the end of the year if you just decide to get up and move today and then continue to move. You don't need to move every day. You can enjoy your Christmas, go out on New Year's Eve, then wake up January 1st and you're already in the swing of things.
That's right. Yeah, it's small habits. Like don't eat anything after 8 o'clock. Just be done eating by 8 o'clock, if not earlier, maybe 7 o'clock. Just little bitty things like that, man. It all adds up. It's just these micro decisions that really add up.
And I'd say before, yeah, I'm sorry to cut in, but I'd say just focus on one thing. And I was just talking about this to somebody. If you focus on like, don't worry about the calories, don't worry about the carbs, focus on just the protein. Like if you focus on just laser in on hitting that one goal of eating 1 gram of protein per pound of your goal body weight, just focus on that. That's all you need to worry about. The rest of the habits are gonna stack from that. You just focus on that one thing, make that your discipline, and then it stacks from there.
Nick, what were you gonna say?
2 things. Scott mentioned earlier about having a plan. I'm always training for something, so unless I have to modify for injury, I always have a scheduled or planned workout. But on January 1st, I don't know what it is right now, but I have a planned workout. I have something scheduled that says I am starting this action then. There's no reason not to start that today, because here's what happens, and this is true with every January 1st goal. We say, I'm going to start in January, but we don't start January 1st. January 1st is a holiday. We're on the couch. We're celebrating. We're relaxing.
Right. And it's a Wednesday.
Exactly. So, January 2nd, I don't want to start something new in the middle of the week. So the first week goes by and we've already failed. Most of us have given up without even starting. So have a plan and start executing the plan today, because we just talked about this. It's a series of simple it's a series of simple steps, but you got to take the first one.
Yep. And I bet the gym is wide open right now in December.
Yeah, and in January, well, not in January, opposite. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty full in January. Get in the habit now. Yeah, that's for sure. I think
Nick,
into
you talked
it.
about
Go ahead.
Nick or Mike, when you guys talk about the random, just once a day, do something, do 5 push-ups a day. It reminded me of the couple guys in the office. We'll do just a push-up, rock paper scissors contest, just randomly. We're like, hey, they just know, and I just do this. We just do best out of 3, 1, 2, 3. If whoever loses knocks out 10 push-ups. There are times I probably do 50 push-ups in a day.
Morning, Jeff.
What my wife and I used to do
What's
is a couple years ago, we were trying to work on a budget. It's every time we were going to spend money over that budget on something that wasn't like a necessity, we had to do 1 burpee for every $1 that we spent over the. Oh, by the way, we were at Epcot when we were doing this.
I like that. I like that.
Burpees at random spots all over Epcot.
Yeah. Scott, I like the push-up idea, push-up contest or whatnot. When I worked at DAT way back in the day, every hour I had an alarm that went off, and I would just get out of my chair at the desk and I would do 20 push-ups, and I'd get right back up. And like even dressed in nice, like I was in slacks and a nice shirt at that time in my career. Even then, like 20 push-ups isn't going to make you too sweaty, 15 or 10 or whatever it is. It's not going to, ruin your outfit that you're wearing there. So just like anything that you can do, or get up and do, 10 squats or whatever. It's like every hour that alarm went off, and I just get up and I take 60 seconds and I do an exercise and I get back into my desk. And so it's just little stuff like that, So an easy thing to do, we all have cell phones now that have alarms on them. You can set the alarm for every hour. And when it goes off, you just turn it off. You do something real quick and get right back at your day. That's anything crazy, Jeff. I'm pulling for you, my friend. Jeff Dickinson, man, young at heart. Love that dude. Love that dude.
The bodacious cowboy.
The bodacious cowboy with the best handlebars in the biz.
Here, man.
We do, man. The Freight Sensei with us today.
Yep. I
absolutely love it.
Gang.
Clean Smith, you got something you can do with that. There's got to be something you can do.
Yeah. There was a lot people did with that one over the years.
I bet. Oh man, all good. Well, I'll tell you, fellas, Thanksgiving was great here. We made a little trip down to Texas. Michael Lombard, we flew past Austin on our way to San Antonio. By the way, that highway going from Waco to San Antonio sucks, man. It's terrible.
You did? Were you driving on 35?
I wasn't, but my wife was. Yeah.
You didn't take the SH-130 toll road?
I don't know what she took actually, but I'm pretty sure we avoid all tolls. But I've heard your stories about the toll road. I don't want to support that.
Yeah, the toll roads, dude. SH-130, the Sentra. That video's got like 50,000 views on TikTok too.
I know. That's incredible. Owned by a company based out of where?
Freaking Spain.
Yeah, Spanish country owns it. That to me, that's crazy. And the whole idea of toll roads is really kind of wild to me. That you'd have all these public access roads, like so many, and then you'd have a stretch of highway. Texas has this. They've got the HOV lane where it's like express toll, all over the place. It's the idea of a toll road to me is really fascinating, considering how many other public access roads we actually have.
Yeah, I'll never understand the logic of a toll road, especially to that aspect, to where like there's even a non-compete like that. I mean, that's what really like gets it, is that the SH-130 toll road in their contract has a non-compete, meaning like nobody else, like that's wild. Like, and I know we talk about non-competes often, like on LinkedIn, it was a hot topic, but like the idea that there's like there's nobody else can come in and like also build a free road like in a vicinity, it's like a wild concept. But yeah, 35 is tough. I'm actually involved with an organization called Rethink I-35 because they're about to go roll ahead with this I-35 expansion. And look, I'm not anti-car, and I've said this before, but we've seen this in Houston, like the Katy Freeway. Before the Katy Freeway was built, it was the most congested highway in the world. And this is in 2002. And after the Katy Freeway has been built, which has got like 8 lanes on both sides, it still remains the most congested highway in the world, because more lanes doesn't fix traffic, and the highway expansion doesn't keep up with population growth. And so all it does is lead to, you're just forcing grandkids to pay for highway expansion that by the time it's fixed, the problem's already 10 times worse.
Yeah.
And 35 is going to be no different. And I've tried to tell this to state legislatures and a lot of people about how, like, they don't seem to realize what it's going to do to trucks and truck parking, because there's no truck parking being built at all. And like trucks are still lining up more and more along the exit ramps and shoulders, especially once you get past Austin going towards New Braunfels. It's wild.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they don't just build in, the truck parking at the rest stops. I mean, rest stops are pretty easy to build on the side of a highway. There's usually a lot of land. I don't understand why that's just not a natural part of it, is that they just build in truck parking on those rest stops. Because, I mean, it's not a truck stop, but at least it gives you a safe place with a restroom and a place to kind of hang out. I feel like that should just be standard now on all highways that are built and or modified at this point.
Yeah, and with 35, and that's the thing with these highway expansions, they don't do that because there's plenty of cutout land once you get into South Austin and around the airport, where they could probably build more of those rest stops somewhere. But it's like it's almost just like it's not even a part of the. It's not a part of the plan.
It's an afterthought. Total afterthought. Yeah, it's pretty wild to me that's kind of how that all works. All right, Jeff Dickinson, you're watching, man. Listen, what's your plan going to be? It can be simple. It's just like going for a walk every day. Put on your calendar, 30 minutes walking. Could be some stretching exercises, man. It could be anything. Just do something, man. Report back to us what you do, my friend.
Yeah, Jeff, you're looking at it.
Today.
Yeah.
Jeff would benefit, I know, because he's mentioned his knees before. He'd benefit in one of these bad boys, weighted vest, and then maybe getting a rucksack. You go to goruck.com. I think that's where he's going to thrive too, especially with trying to re-strengthen some knee and core strength, adding some doing some of these weighted walks.
Buy this bag. That's the oh man, I don't remember the name of it anyways, but it's the Go Ruck.
I mentioned it the last show you guys were talking about. My second tour, me and one of my team leaders would go and we'd put 100 pounds of just empty water bottle, or not empty, because there's cases of water everywhere, and in my desert paradise, and we'd put 100 pounds of water in our rucksack, army rucksack, and then we'd go for 3 miles, 4 miles sometimes, just around the base. Just put our boots on and our PTs, and then walk around the base. One of my platoon sergeants called me a dung beetle. He's like, "You look like a dung beetle." He's like, "That's a compliment because those guys can lift hundreds of times their weight." I'm like, "Yes." And another guy called me a Ninja Turtle because I just have that build.
Yeah, I'll tell you something else that would be really good for especially like older people to do. I know I feel this as well. Is to start doing yoga and loosening the body up and stretching and working those little twitch muscles. You can get a really great workout doing a good yoga workout, and that'll just kind of help loosen things up. As you can see right here, I'm trying to do the tree pose on this side, and this side is not nearly as strong. As you can see, my ankle is not doing as well. I'm losing my balance on this side, and just kind of shows me where my strength is. My left ankle is clearly not nearly as strong as my right ankle because I can't do this. It's embarrassing, but I'm going to get it. But just doing some yoga, which there are good yoga workouts on YouTube, Jeff. You can find some on there. Just follow them along. I mean, you don't have to go to a yoga studio, man. You can just do it in your house. You got carpet, or if you want to buy a $10 yoga mat at Walmart, you can do that.
There's actually a channel, Yoga by Adrian, I like recommending to people because it's very slow and passive. So if you don't really know yoga and you don't know the poses, because I mean, it can be a confusing, hard workout if you are trying to keep up and keep looking up at a TV screen. So that's a good one to start. Is Yoga by Adrian. Plus, she's like girl next door cute.
Yoga by Adrian. All right. I'll tell you what, the P90X yoga workout is intense as well.
Yes.
90 minutes, man. It's so good.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd
That's
say.
one thing.
I was just saying, if you're near even a yoga studio, community is good too. If you're near a solid core studio, solid core is like a popular gym. It's a little bit of strength meets Pilates. So that functional training is a big game changer.
Let's see if I can find Yoga by Adrian. There she is, right there. Got it. That's popular. Came up real quick.
Because that kept me at
Awesome.
yoga for a while because there was so much that I just didn't understand, and it was like trying to figure everything out, and then I'm just like falling over and hurting myself, and so that was just a good place for me to start. Oh, we got some company. Hi, boys. Yeah, hi. I know. Welcome. You guys go with mommy.
It's so bright out.
All right, got that. So Yoga by Adrian, I put it in the comments there, Jeff. So it's real easy for you to see. Yoga by Adrian website or YouTube page. And you can get started, man, whatever you want to do. So let us know how that goes, man. Let us know how that goes. All right, fellas, listen, it's 6:30. It's time to get after it this week. Scott, I don't know if you saw or not, but look at this, man. I'm back. I got the
I saw that.
back.
Yeah, I was so happy. So happy.
Michael Lombard is not. He thought I should have kept the mustache a little longer.
Yeah.
Michael, I will say it was growing on me. It was growing on me. I was
literally
enjoying it.
Literally growing on him.
It was a solid. I may have to bring it back out at some point. I don't know. Maybe Broker Carrier Summit in India. I'm gonna have to just bring it back out for the event just to shake it up a little bit. Have a little fun with it. But listen, most important thing is, hey, just get moving out there. Do whatever you can. As we like to say on the show, iron sharpens iron. So one man sharpens another. Get a group, get your tribe, get your team together. And we'll be back next week. Boys, get after it. We'll see you guys soon. Peace out, everybody. Love you guys.
Cheers.